We're at the back end of Trinidad Lake State Park, and you can see Fisher's Peak over Trinidad in the background. We're going to 5 acres today, and you can go across the dam, and there's another entrance on this side, and then as you're coming 8 miles out to the turn we're going to take at Cokedale, Colorado, you see the Purgatory River coming in. So if I go west to this, and I wanted to get to these 5 acres in Spanish Highlands, there's a new road in sight on it, and there's power there, and you have views of the Sangre de Cristos. But if you come 8 miles west out of Trinidad, you can take a left and you get in the back end of Trinidad Lake State Park, or you can take a right at Cokedale, Colorado, and then start heading up to the property I'll be showing you today. You can see the old coke ovens. This would be on the eastern side of Highway 12. They look like rolling ruins. But the best coal in the world for making steel for war, or hard steel, is here. And I've been telling my wife, if you see the coal go. But anyway, it's pretty neat, old ruins. And Cokedale, Colorado is just right over there. Highway 12 is right there. Okay, the lake is that way. You can see the ruins. You can see some more ruins over here. And Cokedale is right in front of us here. If I went right, about 7-8 miles, we would be back into Trinidad. We're gonna go straight across, and it'll be about 15-minute drive up to this property with year-round access because it's on county roads. Last portion of it, well, the subdivision doesn't have covenants to where they take care of roads, but that's a nice thing. So I'll be showing you the drive going up. If you go this way on Highway 12, which would be west, you'll end up at the Sangre de Cristos, Monument Lake, North Lake, Bear and Blue Lake, all the way back over to La Vida, over Cachara Pass, and then at La Vida in Highway 160, where you could take a right and go back to Walsenburg, Colorado. We just came off of Highway 12. And to my left is the old coal mining town of Cokedale, Colorado. There's a historical museum back up in there. When the Army Corps of Engineers built Trinidad Dam, Trinidad Lake, they buried with water a couple of old mining towns, and I know people that actually even grew up underneath that water. There's the old schoolhouse for Cokedale. Actually, it's still in operation. We've come about 2 miles up Bon Carbo Canyon Road. I'm slowing down a little bit. I don't know if that's a neighbor. There's a really nice Frisbee golf course up here that world champion Frisbee players like it because, well, not many people know about it. And it's very tough. Okay, here we go. This is some of the Frisbee golf course, and you gotta throw a Frisbee like off these hills and through all these trees. Hey! This is the entrance to the Frisbee golf course. What's the name of it? World champion disc golfers find this course very challenging. That's about 3 miles out of Cokedale. We're about 5 miles up now on Bon Carbo Canyon Road coming out of Cokedale, Colorado, and you're starting to see the West Spanish Peak. It's really pretty. It looks about like that. Actually, my zoom doesn't go in far enough. We're passing the volunteer fire department, the Bon Carbo division. And those guys are really good at what they do. And we're going to be coming to the end of the pavement, and we're going to stay left at the end of the pavement. Okay, once we pass the firehouse, we stay left at this juncture. If you go right, that'll take you back through the county and back down to I-25 in another direction. All these roads in here, you can reach any of the wildlife areas. That's the old Bon Carbo post office. Any of these roads in here, I have a county map and you can get to anywhere in the county. It's really neat driving around it on these back dirt roads through the county west of I-25. You can get to all the public lands, especially in the center of the county if you like wildlife. Of course, any of these properties around here are going to have a lot of wildlife. The county has the second largest elk herd population in the world, and most people look for them, and mule deer and everything else there's a lot of them too. Bobcat, mountain lion, bear, turkey. We're at 8 miles from Coatdale, and I just missed them, but the Sangre de Cristos are poking up in the background. And then you can see all the way back down to Fisher's Peak over Trinidad. Raton, New Mexico is just south over those ridges. Actually, that ridge over there is pretty much New Mexico. We just passed those pretty views. The grass, you'll see 53.5. We're on County Road 30.1. County Road 30.1. If you take that 53.5, it'll take you back down to Highway 12. So like I say, the roads and the map, I mean, there's all kinds of roads. The county maintains year-round. At this elevation, you're going to have about 50 to 80 inches of snow a year, but with 50-degree winter temperatures, it melts fast. It's actually about 7,000 to 8,000 feet is the perfect elevation for homesteading and doing gardens. And right up here, we're going to take a right. So we are, county's doing a little road maintenance. We're about 9 miles, a little over 9 miles to this point. We're going to take a right, the very next right on Manila Lane. This is going to be Manila Lane. There's no sign here, but most of these roads didn't have any signs when we first came here. This is a dead-end road, so you're gonna have privacy. There's only one person past, one property owner past this track. That's my old boss's dad's house. They have a really nice brick heatilator fireplace in there. We're going to be going up there. We're at about 10 miles from Coatdale right now, where we started. I sold that place once. Okay, when you get to this point, just stay left. And you follow the power poles. Okay, we're still going to follow the power poles. Obviously, you can't go in that gate. We're going to come to a Y up here, and we're going to stay right. And the gravel, the good gravel of the property, will begin to end right here. The straight is to another private piece of property. And like I say, there's a couple people there's only one set of people that live in here. You see the power poles, and I'm going to drive right into the new site, and then I'll get out and hike around a little bit. On our right hand side, it begins somewhere in here, right in here. And if you look at the topo map, it's very gentle. And this is a good area to put a water well in, about 300-400 feet. You get a water well permit with the state, or you can put a cistern in and you can haul water or have it hauled. Okay, here we go. He made a nice turnaround. And I can see the ridge line over there that looks into New Mexico. And if you knock down trees, there are the Sangre de Cristos. They look about that big. This is the high portion on the property. If you look at the topo map, and it's real gentle, you can see the treetops. The whole thing just kind of keeps going down here. There's a lot of usable land. Behind me, the eastern boundary line is not too far away. And there's a neat rock cliffs and stuff down in here too. Eastern boundary line is right back there, and there's power going right along there. The southern boundary line runs down through this canyon. You could take these trees out here very easily. You have to take more trees out over here, and you're going to have the tremendous view of the Sangre de Cristo range. Like I say, the eastern boundary line, I can see the power line right there, so that's the road on the back side. Let me see that. Okay, so this way's north, and I'm looking west towards the Sangres. That's okay. So the entrance road comes in about right here, and we're right here on the property, looking west. We drove in from the west. The power lines behind me go along right here, and this would be what I would consider the southern boundary line, and this is the northern boundary line, western, eastern. And you, like I say, you would see Taos Mountain from here too. You thin these trees out, that's the New Mexico border with that ridge line way over there. Get these. They look about this big. So I'm going to take a walk into the trees here a little bit. This is just really nice right in here. I don't even want to walk anywhere. The land's gentle going down through there, so if I walk through there, we're just going to see trees, 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 trees. Up here, you see all the views. I don't want to walk down there. It's too nice up here. Oh. You can see the mountain over through Cachar Pass, right up in there. After you go over Levita Pass, I can't remember the name of that mountain over there. And like I say, if you cut these down, trim them out, you're going to see Taos Mountain in New Mexico that direction, southwest. Okay, I'm going to fly my drone over it. And try to keep it within the boundary lines. Before I do that, the entrance is right here. It'll take, well, there's a pole there, one pole to this spot and a drop, so it'll be about $3,000–4,000 to pull power. And this is southern exposure, 360 something days there, 50, 40, whatever days a year sunshine. Great for solar too, like what we have. And we have main power. Okay, we're leaving the site. I want to show you again, the Sangre de Cristos are to the west. We're heading out basically north towards the west and East Spanish Peak. I wanted to show you a little bit of the drive going out. When we get back down to the main road, County Road 30.1, you can take a right, and like I say, you can go through the whole entire county, but there's different ways you can get to this property and the wildlife areas or the recreation you have for fishing and things up in the hills. This is a nice lot. There's a lot of usable ground because the topo lines are so wide going down through it. So the northwestern corner boundary is going to be right up here on our left. Everything on our left-hand side is a part of the property. The site's right up in there. Some nice level areas right down in there. The rock cliff you see on the topo is right back down in there. And you can see the sangres as you're driving out. They look about like that. But like I say, this zoom lens doesn't get it in all the way. Okay. This little old flag tape, the northwestern corner boundary is right down there. Mile and 3/4 past the turn on Manila Lane, you come around the corner to the Spanish Peaks Wildlife Area, and you go up that road, and you'll get to it in about 3-4 miles. Okay, there's Fisher's Peak back there. I do this on all my properties, and yeah, please contact me if you're seeing this on YouTube or some other place. Something's dead over there. Okay, thank you very much. I had to do one more thing. The West Spanish Peak is wilderness area, so is the East Spanish Peak, and the property is right back up over there. The entrance to the state wildlife area is along a road down this valley right here. But the Spanish Peaks are beautiful, and they look about like that. As far as I can go, but that looks like about the right size. Okay, now we're through.